Hey guys, Churchy here. So I sat down to play Metal Hellsinger the other day, and I've basically been in love with this game from the moment I booted it up for the first time. Metal Hellsinger is kind of like Doom. It's an FPS that's full of demons and full of awesome metal tunes, but it's also a rhythm game where you have to perform actions to the beat of the music, and the music features some of my favorite metal vocalists. As some of you probably know, I love metal, I love FPS games, and I make music, so I can appreciate a good rhythm and trying to keep in time with the beat. This game is one of those games that feels like it was made for me, and I love it. Here's a quick rundown of the game. You're a demon-looking lady called Unknown, and you're fighting your way through different layers of hell to confront the Red Judge and reclaim your voice. You calibrate your audio and video delay settings. You pick your difficulty setting and fight your way through different levels of hell, and each level features a different set of epic metal music. On most levels, you'll unlock a new weapon to play with. Once you complete a level, you'll unlock torments, which are challenges that will unlock a variety of sigils that will augment your character with a focus on helping you build up score faster. The sigils have 3 different tiers, and some of the later torments get pretty challenging, which made completing them and getting the more powerful sigils that much more rewarding. You can also build up a hit streak to activate boons, and you'll unlock those during the game. These boons will then also augment your character, but with a bit more focus on dealing damage at higher hit streaks. One of the later ones is basically when you slaughter kill an enemy, they'll explode and do damage to surrounding enemies, so that's pretty cool. At the end of a level, you'll receive a score based on a variety of factors like beats matched, kills on beat, hit streaks, headshots, and so on. Then you'll see where your score sits on the leaderboard, and you can view the global top leaders if you'd like to. And from there, you can pretty much go back and play through the levels again and try them on different difficulties and stuff, and just try and get a really nice high score. One really cool thing about Hellsinger is just how agile you are. The movement feels really nice, and once you get used to timing your actions to the beat, you can get some serious flow going with the jumping and dashing. Then you can combine that with firing off shots and moving in for slaughter kills. Slaughter kills is basically where you just close the distance and slaughter an enemy in a really epic, awesome way. And then basically once you've reached that point where you're combining the movement and the slaughter kills and all of that and the shooting, you've pretty much reached a point where you're an unstoppable killing machine, and you'll be blasting your way through levels and hopefully really getting into the tunes. Speaking of the tunes, a really nice touch is that in most cases you'll only hear the vocals when you get your fury meter up to times 16. Your fury meter is something you build up by shooting and killing enemies and whatnot on the beat, and that builds up from like times 4 to times 8 to times 16. So the way they've done this feels fantastic, because when the vocals do kick in, when you hit that times 16 meter, it just amps everything up, and it feels so damn cool to have that just sudden burst of energy in the song when the fight really starts to get intense. Another thing that excites me about this game is that they've actually set up a way for players to mod the game and put in whatever music they want. The process does seem pretty complicated, but it's something that I might play around with at some stage. I might even try to chuck some of the music I've made into the game. If nothing else, it sounds like it could be a fun experiment. If I had one small criticism, it would be that the game is pretty short. There's only really a few hours of content in the main game. The challenges do pad this out a bit, but I'd love to see some DLC with some more music and more cool locations to fight through. I would also love some kind of endless wave arena mode where you could just enjoy the entire soundtrack in one go and fight demons for as long as you can survive. I think something like that would be an awesome addition to the game. Before I wrap this video up, I just wanted to quickly mention that Metal Hellsinger is on Game Pass, so you can get access to it for a very reasonable price. That's how I played it, but I'm thinking I might even just buy it on Steam as well to support the devs a bit more. That's how much I enjoyed the game. So yeah, I absolutely loved playing through Metal Hellsinger. I pretty much binge played it over the last couple of days, did all of the challenges and whatnot, and I'm already wanting to run through the game again and again. I really like what the devs have done with this game. The FPS rhythm hybrid is a really cool concept, and I love the way the vocals are implemented with the fury meter. I also really like how smooth the movement and shooting feels when you manage to keep to the beat, and on top of that, I just love the music. It's an awesome soundtrack. This game is my jam.